I'm hearing communication is coming. This is nice. And the song that is tied to this reading today is Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship. Now, please go ahead and read the lyrics, but the rest of this download, it's a little bit messy though, guys. I'm hearing, oh, by golly, did we make a mess of this? I feel that this collective, I'm picking up on you guys, both of you made a lot of mistakes when it came to this connection. Both of you are at fault. Both of you were very broken individuals when you two first met, and you made some silly mistakes, mistakes that you wish you could take back or, redo. But I am hearing, communication is coming. Issue resolution is on the cards. So on that note, let's dive in and find out what's happening, okay? So we'll do your energy first, and then we'll dive into the person on your mind. But nothing's going to stop us now. So it does sound like it's going to have a positive outcome, all right? But communication. Oh, my God, as I said that, 111, all right? Both of you need to be able to communicate clearly and take accountability, okay? So I'm going to be honest, guys, this might be a little bit of a tough reading to hear today, okay? But I do believe in tough love, and, the things that I say it with love because I care about you guys. And if you want this to work, there's things you guys, you need to be able to admit to and, take accountability for. So, all right, let's dive in and find out. All right, so what is this collective been going through? And I want to see, how do you view the past? All right, what's this collective currently going through? See, build this space together. I think this is definitely what's going to be coming up for you guys. But I think hearing this message is definitely part of your journey, okay? So date. Okay, you could be out there dating, meeting someone, trying to get yourself back out there. Maybe you think that this is done and dusted. There's no going back. Ooh. Calling it quits, I'm hearing. But, girl with the snake, boy with the snake. So you could have felt really kind of, used, manipulated by this person as well. Also, I want to get how you viewed it and then how they viewed it. So that's what we'll do today, right? But I'm also hearing as well, lack of boundaries. Okay, double confirmation. I've got the masculine and the feminine when it comes to a girl, boy with the snake. You could have had men and women getting involved in this connection here. This is what you could be thinking over, going over as well. But also, instead, like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a tough reading, okay, guys? But instead of taking accountability for your own mistakes and, things that you've done in the past, instead of looking within you and going, okay, what did I do to contribute to the ending of this connection? You guys instead have then, put it to other people. Oh, well, this didn't work out because, there was other people that got in the way. They were being manipulated. This person got involved. That person got involved. Like I said, I'm saying everything here with love, okay? I need you guys to be able to see both sides of the coin here when it comes to this connection. All right, what else? Coffee cup. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment here. I feel that this collective, when you look back on your connection, I feel like you didn't have any friends in this connection. I feel like maybe with you guys here, when it came to this connection, you guys had, I'm hearing, mutual friends, or there's something here where you just feel that you were used and abused when it came to friendship, okay? And this connection here, given bad advice, clarity, yeah. Given bad advice here. Maybe you think as well that they were also given bad advice. What else are you guys going through? Heartbroken and, yeah, deeply hurt. left heartbroken. I want one more for that. Okay, passion. Insane chemistry, liking each other equally. I feel that this is something that you held on to for a really long time. Maybe also, side note, I heard then, you know, maybe it was a friendship type of love, you know, best friends kind of thing. I think this collective, you guys are still deeply hurt about this connection, okay, and how everything ended. I'm not being filled with peace right now when you think about this person. I feel that you guys are still very much, you know, really heavily hurt by everything in the past here. And I think, you know, this could be another reason why you guys are trying to go out and date, you know, rather than sitting there and feel the pain and really, you know, do a self-review and a review on, you know, what your contributions were. It's, you guys are wanting to just kind of get out there and just hurry up and meet the next person is what I'm hearing, you know. All right. What else? Yeah, Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. And, you know, that also is in your mind as well. Like, this is done. I'm getting, you know, I'm getting back on the horse, so to speak. But there also needs to be a level here that when we do exit a connection, that we do have time to heal from it. We do need to be able to have time where we learn about ourselves. And the thing is as well, guys, it's like the download for this reading is that, like, communication, you do want this person back in your life. I want to get now, what was your connection like to really tie you to this reading? And I'm hearing, what was the downfall? Okay, so what was the downfall in this connection? Oh, do I get my what's the tea? Actually, I'm being drawn to Sunshine Within. Interesting. All right. Downfall. What was the downfall for this connection? In your eyes, okay? Okay, so red thread. You could have thought that this person was your twin flame, divine counterpart, forever connected. And not that that's a bad thing, but what can happen is that if we believe that we have someone who is a destined soulmate for us, sometimes we drop boundaries and allow people to, you know, I don't want to say walk all over us, but it's like you want this person so badly in your life. It's kind of like you're willing to kind of sacrifice your own wants and needs and boundaries as well, you know, what you really value, because you want them in your life so badly, because probably you've attached a label to this person. This person is my twin flame. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm trying to, hopefully, like I said, with love and care, get you guys to really see what else happened in this connection, okay? Because I do feel there's resentment towards this person. But once you're kind of on the other side, I really want you to zoom out and have a look and go, why did I let this person, why didn't I stand up for what I wanted, you know? It's very common during, you know, the twin flame journey with the whole runner-chaser dynamic, the person who has that anxious attachment style to, you know, have people-pleasing tendencies. And with that comes a lack of boundaries. You just want this person by your side. So instead of actually standing up for yourself and saying, hey, you know, like, I do want a connection with you, you kind of put up with whatever you can get, like breadcrumbs or whatever, you know. And then what happens with that? You start to build resentment against yourself. This can be unconsciously, okay? It's not until you are out of this situation where you can start to see these things. And so if you're building resentment because you think about it, whenever you say yes to someone when you don't want to and you get mad, who are you really getting mad at? You're getting mad at that person, or are you getting mad at yourself because you said yes and you didn't want to? Same situation. But if we don't understand what's going on, and this is all happening in our, our unconscious mind, our subconscious mind, they're the same thing too, by the way, if anyone wanted confirmation on that. This starts to happen. Resentment starts to build up. All right, what was the downfall of this connection? Might you just... Downfall, please. Oh my God, you can't make this up. Yeah, definitely. This collective, you guys, you had this person. This was your divine counterpart. This was your twin flame, power couple, ride or die. The other thing as well is if you guys are truly, on the twin flame journey here, I've got 2 cards, so this is definitely a twinny collective. When you guys imagine what's going to happen in the future, okay? So when you first awaken to the twin flame journey, I'm talking specifically to the divine feminines here, or the 5D twin, okay? When you guys are first awakened to the journey, you see, with your 4D mind here, your intuition, you see the outcome. You see, your happy ever after, 1111, the house, the car, the kids, the home, the white picket fence. You see all of that. And then what happens is you create this expectation that it's going to happen, like in a time frame that you want it to. Not in the universe's time frame, in your time frame. And when you are let down by this person, you are then creating resentment. And the blame game as well here. When really it's because there's still wounded tendencies within yourself and within them too, that is keeping this out of your timeline. There's a lot of leveling up and learning about yourself. That's what the whole twin flame journey is about, is coming home to you, figuring out who you are after you rip off all those layers of trauma and limiting beliefs. You literally come out the other side as a brand new person. Someone who truly does love themselves, values themselves, know what they want. And you can then see with open eyes, because you've got self-awareness here. You've been out of the connection for a while. So this big deviation, but this is happening for a reason. You can actually see both sides of the coin. You can see where you went wrong as well as them, okay? It always takes 2 to tango. Whatever they did in the connection that triggered you or got you upset was a reflection of what you needed to heal out in your life. So let me ask you this. Every time this person breadcrumbed you or didn't send you enough messages or told you they were going to see you and didn't, or they left you high and dry, maybe they did spend a couple of nights with you or something like that and then they moved away. Who was abandoning who in that moment? Were you abandoning yourself because you allowed those moments to happen? I just want you guys to sit with that at the moment, okay? Like I said, tough reading. I love you guys. This is for your own good. All right. Because when you get past this, everything changes for you, okay? Undecided. And that could have been one of the things as well. Your person, they could have always said, they were undecided. They didn't know what they wanted. They were unclear. I want one more for that. Downfall. The universe splits you guys up for a reason, okay? Yeah. Splits you up for a reason. So you guys, I don't like to use the term separation anymore because it's the growth phases, okay? The amount of personal growth that you guys go through when you are having your separation phases, there should be growth. If you are not growing in that time that you are away from your person, then you are just delaying this even further and further, okay? The universe puts that block in between you guys because they're saying, hey, it's time to get to work. Are you acting on your mission? Are you helping other people be the best version of themselves? Are you being the best version of you? Are you healing? Are you doing the inner work? They do this so you guys can come together, okay? But also get rid of the label. It's what I'm hearing for this collective. You guys, you've got to get rid of the label. At the end of the day, twin flame or not, love is love. You guys deserve to have love. And if this person isn't ready, if they've been undecided, okay, there's a reason for that too. That both of you need to grow. Yes, someone else could have gotten in the middle. It's very, very common, you know, during twin flame connections that there is some sort of third party situation, whether that be a romantic connection or family or friends, or even, you know, it's all the other blocks, the societal differences, the religious factors. Maybe one of you is a lot older or younger. There's all these reasons and all these blocks put in place for you guys in order for you to grow and transcend and move past it. This is the thing. When it comes to the twin flame divine journey, you need to find that unconditional love in yourself before you can have it with each other, because you are here to teach other people about unconditional love, about how love triumphants all. This is why there are so many blocks. Now, you know, depending on your connection, you may have one, you may have many. It really depends on what you chose during your lifetime here. You could have decided to take the AP class and you have all of them. It is so important that you guys understand that it's so much more than just union. You're here to shape the world. You're here to prove to people that no matter what the odds are, unconditional love will always prevail. But you got to get there in yourself first, and by still holding on to resentment and blame and, you know, this person did this and I can't believe how they hurt me. You're not going to be able to move past it. Sorry. All right, what else? Balancing masculine, balancing out your inner masculine. Now, this is something I talk about as well quite a lot, is, you know, truly discovering and, you know, working with our masculine and feminine energy, finding that balance. When we have unbalanced masculine and feminine energy, okay, so let me explain this a little bit more. So it's very common for, I'm just going to say women, not feminine energy, but let's just say women, okay? I'm just using this as an example so I can explain this to you guys, okay? So let's say you have a man and a woman, okay? And the man is in wounded feminine energy. What that means, okay? So they're not taking initiative. They want you to be able to come to them, you know, it's that ivory tower, like, you need to save me, you know, like, you've got to work for me kind of attitude, okay? And they don't want to make any decisions. What happens? The feminine, the female body, okay, then has to step into her masculinity in order to be able to make the decisions, run the household, because their man isn't in their masculine energy. And so, and vice versa. And then, you know, you can also have women, you know, who are in their wounded masculine energy, okay? They don't want to take accountability. Can you see what I'm trying to say? All right. And so, you guys need to heal out the wounded sides of your masculine and feminine, and then you can start to work towards getting into your healthy masculine and feminine energy, and then using it in a way where you have a balance with both. In my line of work, I'm a businesswoman, you know, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a single parent, I'm running a business. I need my masculine energy to be able to, you know, develop new programs, keep the business going, have new ideas, have structure. I need that masculine energy within me to be able to run my business successfully. However, my feminine energy is when I'm working with my healing clients, when I'm running meditation classes, when I'm working with you guys on one-on-one, when I'm doing readings for you during hypnotherapy. Also, when I'm at home and I want to be taken care of. You know, there is times where when you use both, and it's you figuring out in your life where that works for you, okay? I love you guys. I really do. I really, really do. I'm only saying this because I care so much, all right? And I want you guys to be able to get through this chapter because, like I said, there's communication coming, but it ain't going to happen until you see really what happened here, okay? And I'm not saying that they haven't, you know, had their own problems and done their own issues too, but this collective, both of you need to see where the problems are, okay? All right, downfall, downfall, downfall. What else was a downfall? Patience and a lack of patience. There you go. Like I said, having expectation because you've already seen your future with this person, you know, the house, the car, the kids, the home. And so I think, you know, depending on how many cycles you guys had, every time this person came back, you thought it was going to be your time when really it was just a layer. It was just a layer. Had they balanced out their masculine energy? Were they still sitting in wounded feminine or wounded masculine? And what about you? Patience, I understand, is one of the hardest lessons to learn on this journey. But things take time. And I want you to look back at a moment in your life, okay, and think about a particular time frame or somebody else that you know, okay? So no doubt you guys are on the twin flame journey here. You've had a karmic catalyst, okay? So you probably, no doubt, in a long-term relationship decided that you wanted more for life, ended up leaving that person because the toxicity got that bad. It was time. It was the universe saying to you, it's time to wake up, okay? Think about it. Think about either you or your person or somebody else who has left a long-term relationship and see how long it took for them to get themselves back on the horse again, for them to be able to become a better version of themselves, for them to truly heal from their trauma and, you know, be happy being alone, you know, being content. You need to get to, there's a point when you get in this journey where you will not let anybody else take away your peace because you have worked that hard for it. It's okay to be alone. You enjoy your own company. How long has that taken somebody that you know in your life? A year, 2 years, 3 years? Things take time. Wheels are turning, okay? It's not just you and your person's wheels, but it's everyone else's karma as well that's also, you know, tied to this. What about if, you know, your person here, say for instance, they left someone, but they've had kids and there's also, you know, like a marriage in the background. They have to get divorced. There's can you see? And in Australia, you have to be separated for a full year before you can officially divorce someone, or it is in my state. So can you see what I'm saying? There are so many things here that take time. And when you finally do understand that, it sets you free. It's like forgiving somebody when they've hurt you. It sets you free. All right, what else? Downfall. Activated. Waking up to the 5D connection. Yes, this connection has given you an absolute amazing reawaken to life. You can't deny that. It's probably the best thing about this journey. Finally being able to see the magic, okay, of the universe. I'm not taking away any of that. It is a beautiful, beautiful journey to be on, that self-discovery. All right, I only want to get one more. I'm only in 24 minutes. One more. And dreams. Daydreaming, night dreaming, astral travel. I think that's the other thing as well that keeps you guys stuck or kept you guys stuck. It's hard. I get it. It's hard because what you envision here is it's being able to distinguish the fact that it's not here yet. Okay? The universe sent, but the thing is as well, sometimes your dreams, even if you are dreaming about your person, it's not about your person. There's a deeper meaning. And it's the same when it comes to signs and synchronicities as well. Not every sign that you see is to do with your person. Spirit, our spirit team, God, Source, the universe, they are very symbolic. I know, especially with me and my journey, because I'm quite clairvoyant. I see imagery is my strongest, Claire, okay? They show me what I need to know through symbology. So it's like figuring out a riddle. It's like putting a puzzle piece together. So the next time you have a dream about your person, or, you know, you see a sign or, you know, synchronicity about them, ask yourself, well, if this isn't to do with my person, what else could it be about? Because 9 times out of 10, it's about something else, okay? I'm saying these things here for you guys, because once you get out of this trajectory, okay, it's going to be so much better for you. Because it means, especially like if you start clicking into, okay, if it's not about my person, what is it about? Oh, it's about because I've still got this, you know, limiting belief that I have to heal out, or this is like a code about, you know, where I need to go to next in life. It means you're getting further and further along in your own personal journey. Sooner you get to your highest timeline, the better, okay? All right. Now, I want to get this person. I want to get this person. All right. What is this person going through, please? What's this person going through, please? Both. Okay. Receiving what you need, progression, moving on. I think, let me just get a couple more. I'm waiting for the mirror card to come out. Clock needs time, takes more time. I think this person, I mean, oh, yes. The runner. They need more time because, and this is how their view has been the whole time. And it's very typical in the twin flame divine connection, you know. Like I said, you've got an avoidant and you've got an anxious attachment. So the avoidant, they do need more time. They also are highly frightened of their feelings and going too deep. And so this scares them. This puts that barrier on and makes them run again. But every time they have run from you, you know, there's been some sort of chase because, yeah, you just wanted their love. I get it. But it's about moving out of this. But fear of intimacy. They are terrified. They're terrified of getting their heart broken. They don't understand it either, especially the matrix or the, you know, the masculine twin, especially when you guys first activate. You know, they don't understand the energy that's going on. It just freaks them the F out. Ascending, okay, transcending obstacles. And that's the other thing. The other thing that will be able to tell you whether you are in fact on a twin flame journey here is, are they ascending? Are they growing during your growth phases? Okay, when you guys come back in for your layer and, you know, your little check-in there, your little software update, do you guys see that their growth? Because the masculines, the matrix twins, they are supposed to be, you know, 3 to 9 months behind you guys. If there is no growth, if this person has not changed or done anything at all, not on the journey, which is good because it means you can just let go of them. Just let go. Having that label on somebody, I hate the bloody label, to be honest. I love the journey, but the label itself, it's tormenting. It keeps you stuck. Take the label off this person so you can move forward with your life. Whether you think this person is on the end of your red thread or not. You guys can't come into union and you can't be together while you guys are twin flames anyway. Until you get to a different kind of mindset where you've both set yourselves free, can anything even come in? I mean, it's just a law of attraction to begin with. All right. What else is this person going through here? Mask. Yes. Not showing true feelings. Yes, they do have feelings for you. Do they know what to do with them? No. What else? Dragonfly. finding out things coming to light. I think this collective, the person that you've got attached to your red thread, so to speak, here, I'm hearing they're trying to move on with their life too. I think they are in a bit of a growth phase here, but I think it's a lot slower than what you have probably envisioned in your timeline, okay? This could take years, guys, okay? Sometimes it is a hard pill to swallow, but you need to be able to see things at face value. Some people do take years to heal. So don't hold on to somebody. Don't put your life on hold. Too many. What else is this person going through? Seduction. Yeah, they are still out and about and learning about themselves, about what they want, what they need, okay? Both of you are out in the dating scene at the moment. Okay, attraction, flirting, hooking up. They're not ready to settle, I'm hearing, at all. Like I said, this is a tough reading. This person isn't ready to settle, okay? Love and addiction. Yeah, they're running. Unfortunately, they're running from your love because you know what? This pains me to say it, but this collective, your person, they haven't done any work yet, okay? Not enough to make a significance is what I'm hearing, okay? You know, there is a level. Look, I'm hearing 6 months, and I don't want you guys to hold on to this either. The whole reason why this reading is coming to you guys with such tough love is because sometimes we need a shake up. Sometimes we need a realization to go, oh my God, holy F, okay? Yeah, I do need to move on. I do need to just release with love. Release with love. One more. Wedding rings. This person could have secretly been married or been married while you guys were in connection, I just heard, but there's something here, hiding a mask over wedding. One more. What are they currently going through? Maybe this person, no, they're not ready to settle down. What am I hearing? Photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you. I'm just hearing the one that got away, okay? This person, like, they know that there is something special between you two, okay? They're not going to, you can't deny that, okay? If you're really on the true twin flame journey, there is just something there that both of you cannot deny, okay? Your person is aware of this, but they, at this point, are still running. This is their focus right now. This is their, like, current energy. This person is not only running away from you, but they're running away from themselves. This person I'm hearing is stuck on loop right now, guys, okay? So, last one. And girl with the snake, look, they could be, in fact, you know, being manipulated by somebody here, man or woman. Are they aware of it? I'm hearing no. Okay, not for this collective. Your intuition, yeah, look, you are probably onto it, okay? I'm not denying that that isn't a part here that has played a point to your connection. But this person hasn't gotten out of that cycle yet. This person is still running in their mind, okay? All right. Now, the thing is, when you let go and really start to focus on you and take the label off this person and take out that resentment and just release with love and you know, say goodbye energetically, whatever it is, it will change the energetics there, okay? Because at the moment, you think about it, you guys are like I don't have a rubber band or anything with me, but if like magnets, okay? You got two magnets, and at the moment, your positive is pushing away their negative, okay? Flip it away, flip it around, or whatever it is there, change it up. Also, when was the last time you thought about your mission work in a different aspect? What do you have to do to increase that? What do you have to do to get on your highest timeline? You know, have you been doing really well, but, you know, maybe have you been just kind of coasting? Is that the word? You know, through, and you're on the twin flame journey, you're here for big things, okay? So, like I said, I say everything with love, okay? I'm a life coach as well. Like, I'm a life coach, I'm a hypnotherapist. I am here to trigger you guys into being the best versions of yourself. So if I am saying some things here today that are really, you're pissed off at me about, I've done my job. Unfortunately, I don't want to make anyone upset, but if I get through to you and I make you see differently, then yeah, I've done my job, okay? I'm going to leave it at that today, guys. I'm not going to tap into the communication part, because the communication part can't even come until you guys release what you need to, okay? So I really, really hope that this helped. And please remember, everything I say here is to help you guys become the best versions of yourself, all right? So I'm sending you all so much love. And if this is something that you want to really fix and really, you know, get past in your life, please book in for a free breakthrough consult. This is what I help people with. This is part of my mission here on this earth, is to help people like you that are still stuck in this mindset, but you know that you want to break free from, okay? All right, well, I love you guys heaps and have a wonderful day, okay?